We're following breaking news out of Missouri. Andrew Lester, the 86-year-old man who was charged with shooting black teenager Ralph Yarl in 2023, has just pleaded guilty to lesser charges after reaching a deal with prosecutors. Yarl was 16 years old when prosecutors say Andrew Lester shot him in the head and arm after Yarl says he mistakenly rang the doorbell of the wrong house while trying to pick up his two younger siblings. Yarl was hospitalized and later recovered. NBC News correspondent Shaquille Brewster is outside the courthouse in Liberty, Missouri, has been tracking this today. So, Shaq, what happened in court?
Well, Zinkley, this is a hearing that just wrapped up. It went on for just about 10 minutes. We do know that Ralph Yarl and his family were inside that courtroom, as was the 86-year-old defendant who accepted this plea deal. And according to folks in the courtroom, you saw 86-year-old Andrew Lester plead guilty to a Class D second-degree assault felony. That's a crime that is punishable by up to 7 years in prison, though we don't know the specific terms of that agreement. We do expect to hear from prosecutors and from the family potentially at some point later today. But Zinkley, this is a major development in this case for the obvious reason of the plea deal. But this was a trial that was set to begin next week. Jury selection was scheduled for Tuesday. There were many delays in this case. We know last fall, for example, the judge put a pause on the proceedings so that Lester could undergo a mental evaluation, and that trial was set for just days from now. But now we know that it has been avoided with this plea deal. Again, a guilty plea for a felony charge.
And Shaq, you mentioned Yarl's family. What are we hearing from them, and also what comes next in terms of dates for sentencing?
Yeah, we just got a statement from Yarl's mother, Cleo. She says in part that Lester's plea does not erase Ralph's trauma or the deeper injustices that made this tragedy possible. She goes on to say the fight against systemic failures and racial bias must continue. And she called on members of the community to turn this moment into lasting change. We heard her in an interview a couple of weeks ago with a local affiliate talk about the potential of there being a plea deal in this case. And she said that she would be satisfied with some sort of accountability. And she also said she would be relieved by the fact that Ralph Yarl would not have to show up for a trial and to essentially relive that shooting that took place in April of 2023. We don't know yet when that sentencing will be. Again, this 86-year-old man is now facing up to 7 years in prison, though we don't know the particulars of what was exactly agreed to. We'll wait to hear more from the prosecutors in Clay.
All right, more information.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this midweek Wednesday. I'm doing pretty good myself. Come across this story right here. As a matter of fact, I heard about it just last week about 86-year-old Andrew Lester, the one who maliciously, shot the young man, Ralph Yarl, 16 years old, just for ringing his doorbell. You understand? And he basically, he pleaded guilty to a lesser charge, which basically it was attempted murder. Okay, there's no doubt about that. And of course, as far as I'm concerned, racism played every bit of the part in this young fella's, severe injuries that he took, and what have you, by the hands of this low-life sub. And he was basically scheduled to be sentenced, as we just saw, in March, on March 7th. Probably up to 7 years. That wouldn't have been enough. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. But the Most High stepped in and had other plans for Andrew Lester, and he took him. That's right, you heard me correctly. The Most High took this sub out. You see, took him out. As of just yesterday, either today or yesterday, somewhere around there, while awaiting for this trial to be sentenced, Andrew Lester succumbed, died, perished. You understand what I mean? Oh yeah, and that's just what it is. And hey, whatever, good riddance. See, eventually all of these subs with this attitude, the same thing is going to happen to him. So he won't be just spending, even if he had it got, which more than likely he wouldn't have got 7 years. Let's say, for hypothetically speaking, if he had, he wouldn't have did 7 years. But now he's going to do an eternity somewhere else. I'm not going to say hell, because it's not my place to say where the Most High is going to send people. You see what I mean? That's up to the Most High. But if I had to guess, yes, I would think, yeah, hell. And rightfully so. This is a wicked man right here. You know, hey, his actions speaks for itself. You see. And without further ado, let's listen to exactly what happened in the demise of Andrew Lester. Check this out.
Welcome into the live desk. I am Janae Hancock, here to bring you a breaking news update that we just received here into the KCTV5 newsroom just moments ago. I want you to take a look at this video right here on your screen. You may have just received the push alert to your smart device, but we just found out the Clay County Prosecutor's Office just announced the passing of Andrew Lester. You're taking a look at video that we just received just a few days ago. We were inside of his court appearance just earlier this week, or last week, I should say. And according to that statement coming in from the prosecutor's office, the 86-year-old pleaded guilty to 1 count of second-degree assault on Friday, February 14th. The conviction actually stemmed from an incident back in 2023 when the Kansas City Police Department found 16-year-old Ralph Yarl at Lester's address with 2 gunshot wounds, one to his arm and one to his head. Now, through the course of the investigation, it was found that Yarl had been at the home because he believed it belonged to the friends of his younger twin brothers. The correct address was just a block over. So we're also learning it was actually in part of the release, the prosecutor's office saying, while the legal proceedings have now concluded, we acknowledge that Mr. Lester did take responsibility for his actions by pleading guilty in this case. Our thoughts remain with both families affected by this tragic incident as they continue their healing process. Again, that is coming in from the prosecutor's office. We just received this update just moments ago. Again, Andrew Lester was just 86 years old. And again, this court appearance just happened last Friday on February 14th. Our coverage here at KCTV5 will continue as we receive new updates. KCTV5's Betsy Webster will be following this story throughout the evening today. I do want to direct you to our website, kctv5.com, where you can find this web story posted right now with that breaking news update. Andrew Lester died while awaiting sentencing for second-degree assault conviction. It is also important that we note that we don't know the exact cause of what led up to his death, but we do know that he was previously scheduled to appear for his sentencing hearing on March 7th of this year, 2025. Again, be sure to download the KCTV5 News app for notifications to come straight to your smart device, and we'll be sure to keep you all posted online as well as on air.
Now, as we heard the sister say, we do not know the direct cause that led up to his death. Well, let me answer that for you. Judgment. The Most High's judgment. That's what was the direct cause of his death. That's what it is, you know. As you can see, when they wheeled him out in that wheelchair, you know, he was ate up. You can see it. He was as shrunken compared to what he looked like when he first looked in there. He's on, you know, when he first walked in there before, when this, you know, all happened. Judgment. That's what led up to his demise. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? And I hope the rest of these people out here, you know what I mean, with the racist heart, that have this kind of attitude, want to just shoot people willy-nilly for ringing their doorbells or doing their job like driving up in a FedEx truck, you gonna unload on it and all that kind of stuff. Judgment be waiting on you too. That's what it all boils down to. Judgment is coming for you too, with the racist attitude. That's all that boils down to. So, hey, all praises to the Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, for making his power known in real time for us to see. And that's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. That's if you can comment. But make sure you like, share the video if you can, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.